Excuse me. In both vernaculars. My name is Mr. Scruggs. I'm a artist and father, God in training, and we'll get more into that in this video, from Chicago, Illinois. The God in training part, that is, that we'll get more into. I had a premonition this morning, and I would like to share it with the world. In one of my first few YouTube videos I have rap videos and a video of a bug that I'd never seen before and just looked as weirdly suspicious and intelligent. So I had to record it and share it with the world. But this will be one of my YouTube videos that I'm really going to try to express some thoughts I have. And yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I had a little thought, this morning, and I had talked to a gentleman that I highly respect, that I think is not human. Tell me he thinks very human. So maybe it let me stay on track. Sometimes I can veer off track, guys. So when we look at ancient societies across this great massive being we call Earth, when we look at all these great ancient societies, mediocre ancient societies by some of you guys' standards, just any ancient society, it was like a merit system that mostly all of them shared. And not only a merit system, but a honor-based way of thinking, a more nature way of thinking, a more loving way of thinking, a more community way of thinking. But this spread around the whole world. I mean, like it spread across the whole world. That wasn't, and then it wasn't like the internet and shit existed. So these cultures just did that naturally. Love, peace, honor, naturally. Thousands of years of this type of practice around the world. Thousands of years. And then something happens. I can't really put a finger on it. The most layman's way I can put it is Western philosophy became on the rise. And the ancient way of thinking of ways of dealing with society, dealing with the sociology, just dealing with the way different cultures and different people are going to interact with each other, different ways we call things law, different ways of just practicing interaction with humans. You know what I'm saying? It changed once Western philosophy came around, like Westernized culture came around, because it started separating people and naming people. It became Rakim. I'll treat you like a child and you're going to be named. I don't want to sound racist, but it's the only way I can say it. White folks did go around and just start naming everything and classifying everything, and didn't do it in the way of asking those people they were classifying any information. Well, no, I'm wrong. They asked a lot. They learned everything, but then when they promote it to the world, they don't tell you everything. Not about all these different cultures, not about all these different customs, not about all these different beliefs. They marginalize it and then stole from it to create their falsehood that made the world go rampant. Once Western philosophy went into Asia, Asia was no longer the Asia it once was for thousands, I'm talking about 100,000s of years of culture, love, respect, an honor system, adherence to multiple gods, adherence to multiple demons, adherence to the spiritual connection between the earth and the metaphysical, the things that's not of this earth. Asia had a deep, rich history spanning for thousands of years. A couple of white folks ain't been around that long, or Western philosophy ain't been around that long. Why in the fuck Asia ain't nothing but a warmongering place now? Everybody want to fight everywhere. It's talking about we got the Koreans want to blow up half the world. Japan doing wild, weird, perverted stuff. In China, just Jesus Christ. The Middle East, we got great stories of mysticism and love and peace and harmony. A great spiritual connection to most animals ever in nature. Man, that place is dried up to sand everywhere now. And war. The Middle East is just known for being hot desert war. It's not what it once was before Western philosophy rolled around. Africa. Fucking cradle of civilization. But Africa, right? Supposedly the cradle of civilization. I don't know that. America might want to, or we might be just all wrong that when Pangea was what it was, or whatever they called it back then, when all the tectonic plates that we call continents were all one, which makes sense if the shit started to germinate and makes whatever we call this land, the tectonic plates we on, however it was formed, because we got to remember the scientific, physical earth is mostly water, you know what I'm saying? So maybe at one point it was all water and land developed, because think about it, land sparks light, so it sparked in the water and then created the land mass, and it's like a skin, like the new being that was Jeb, whatever Jeb was back. I'm gonna lose people. See, this is why I can't do lectures and shit like that. I'm 8 minutes into this shit, y'all, and I just wanted to talk about how I know we are under a big spiritual, cultural warfare that's been going on for about 2,000 years. And I don't know what we fighting. It could be an alien that's not of physical earth. It could be an alien that's of a metaphysical, not human, not part of this environment, this ecosystem. Like, once a type of people, a culture, or a group of people, it could have been just a small group of people that learned some knowledge they weren't supposed to learn, opened a gateway to a portal, to a dimension or a realm that they weren't supposed to open it to, and got affected by some demon or so, some entity that does not like this harmony that the earth would have with all its living beings on it. Because whatever's running the world, or mixing up the world, or instigating all the wars in the world, can't be from earth, because why would it benefit them to make the world like this if they weren't trying to destroy it? even people in power want to stay in power and capitalize on the power they've gained. So if a human was running the earth, why wouldn't they keep the ball running in a more help the earth survive notion? Nah, man, it don't even make sense for a spirit or entity or being that's of this planet or loves this planet, because Jeb is a living thing. That's what the planet name is in my understanding. Jeb, the earth. If we was to classify by man, the world fucked up. I don't even know how to talk no more. I couldn't even say gender without getting weirded out by it. Destabilization, huh? See, that's another thing that makes me think whatever's on this planet that's destabilizing and instigating the world to be crazy can't be of this harmony, might not even be from this universe, this dimension. Because most things scientifically, physically that we see has a masculine, feminine component to it. There's anomalies, and that's why that word exists. Anomaly, that means it's less than that 90, 80 percentile. You know what I'm saying? The majority of this shit works like this. This shit don't. It's special. It's different, right? But the majority of the shit runs like this, right? So the majority of the world, the universe, science has gender, masculine, feminine. That's just what it is, right? And I can't even say that in my scientific, spiritual terminology of what I understand like that, because I know that would offend somebody. But that'll make you think even harder as a philosopher, a spiritual philosopher, I say. You can't be too bogged down with the dogma of men if you're really trying to understand God. You can't be bogged down by the dogma of men if you're really trying to understand God. You can gather all of that information you want, but you got to decipher it in a way more what tone though? Because one thing that I don't like about, Christianity and Islam and all that shit, they try to make Allah and God seem like they cannot have a concept or a part of them that is evil when they are supposed to be the definition of balance. That's why Thanos didn't fuck up in those Avenger movies until the end. He started tweaking at the end, but that was more of the war-torn Thanos that wasn't on Infinity War. When you listen to the Infinity War Thanos, that's a Thanos that's more balanced. That universe is Thanos, because you got to remember this too. When they break into another timeline, that's a completely different universe. We don't know what that Thanos thinking is compared to the Thanos of the timeline that Infinity War is going down. That Thanos thought in a fair sense, or what you might call good sense, in an evil sense, in a more sporadic, more impulsive, more wow, why would you do that? Evil sense. He had a balance of both of them. That's why he understood balance the way he did. And people say, why wouldn't you just make more resources? Because that would still be overpopulating. How do you make more resources, guys, if you're not making more physical things, which is the problem? Overpopulation is the problem. So if you have way more fruits and vegetables, where them trees and shit going? You get, man, the balance was too, y'all just heartless. Or no, y'all just don't understand. I said that wrong. People are not heartless. Y'all hearing me say that might think that I'm referring to the people that listening to this. I'm thinking like y'all when I said that out loud. That y'all think that me or Thanos or other people that think in a more balanced, that we are heartless. It's not about being heartless. It's about the end game, the solution. Thanos had a more sick way of looking at it. Yeah, I give you that. He didn't care who dropped dead. It's just bam, eliminate half. It could be the rich, it could be the poor. It don't matter. We just finna I ain't even finna think about it. Just half of y'all go away. I would do it a little differently. I'd be like, man, all them rapists has got to go. All the murderers have got to. I would really concentrate on them motherfuckers that I'm finna make disappear like that. It will be the right ones. But, you know, different gods think in different ways. But, see how I just drift? I don't remember where this rant was supposed to start at. But that's why I don't do rants or videos and shit, because I got too much going on in that noggin of mine. The world is under a spiritual warfare, which in turn destroy cultures, because that's what makes a culture. Their search for spiritual knowledge. The first form of communication ever, in all ways, shapes and form, is a form of art, guys. The vibration, you know what I'm saying? If you want to say it was drums, the smoke signals, because those guys will know how to fan the smoke to make the smoke do certain things from far away. That's an art form, bro. Art is the first form of communicating. Writing is an art form. Drawing is an art form. So I look at the art that come out today as a form of communicating against the oppressor, the monster, the alien, whatever it is, or they are, that runs the world, that's really trying to destroy the world. That's why we get those alien movies like that, man, or those monster movies like that, man. Some trying to destroy the whole world, and the Avengers got to come together to stop that shit. The Avengers is us. Look at the Avengers. Motherfuckers come from every corner of the world. Don't get along, really. Don't truly understand each other, but they know, hey, y'all, we gotta do this shit to get this shit out the way. The concept of what the Avengers are, that's what I'm trying to say. Not the actual comic book characters, the Avengers. I just referenced Star Wars and Avengers a lot, because that was the only shit that seemed pure to me as a child, and it still resonates today, even though Disney owns it. Disgusting. But yeah, man. 18 minutes. And I ain't said shit. I kinda said a lot.